guys, welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. With myself, Jason, bringing you whiskey review number 79, where today we're going to be reviewing a whiskey from Arran, which is the Arran Sauternes Cask finish. So it's a very few companies actually use the Sauternes Cask, which is a French white, well, it's desserts wine. So not many people use it, and I thought may as well do a review because I love doing these really unique cask finishes. So this week I'm going to be concluding the Arran range, and then I'm going to be working into something special. And then from my 90th to my 100th review, I've got some really crazy 25-plus-year-old whiskies, which I think I'm just going to blow people's minds. So that's one thing that I'm planning for then. Wow, I couldn't open that. So let's begin with my review style structure on this whiskey. I'm going to pour that all out as the night is young. And in terms of the age on this whiskey, it is a non-age statement whiskey. I'll put the bottle over there. Non-age statement, this one is from Arran's finishes range. So they have the Sauternes, they have a port, a Madeira, and an Amarone cask. And these sort of four comprise to make the finishes range. So age-wise, no age statement. ABV bottled at 50% ABV. The cask selection for this one, and I picked this out from the website, are traditional whiskey oak casks for a minimum of 8 years, and then they transfer that into Sauternes casks where it is then finished. So you're looking at an 8-year-old whiskey approximately, so quite very well finished in that sense in terms of age. In terms of the distillery, it's the Arran Distillery, which you can see over there. And in terms of the company, it is Arran Distillers, Isle of Arran Distillers Limited, and the region is from the islands of Scotland, so very close to Glasgow. And actually, you can't drive there, you have to get a ferry, otherwise you've got to swim there. So, I don't know if you guys want to swim there. But in terms of price point of view, this one is actually £43, which is for that bottle over there. And that is really reasonable in terms of price point. And all of them in that range are all £43. So you're looking at really reasonable finished whiskies. So in terms of exclusivity, no, it is not exclusive. They are part of their sort of that range of finished whiskies. And in terms of caramel colour, well, as you can see, Arran keep it out of their whiskies, and at 50%, it is all goodness. So, we're going to review the actual whiskey in terms of appearance of colour. Let me know what you guys think at home. If you have tried the Arran Sauternes Cask, pour yourself a dram and join in. So, let's begin with assessing the colour. I'm going to go, this is more like a faint gold. It actually doesn't look too dark, but it's not the lightest whiskey I've seen. So I'd say a faint gold on a Sauternes. And this is, I think, the second one I'm reviewing on the channel for a Sauternes cask finish. So really excited. I love these sort of things. Let's begin by assessing the nose. To start on the nose for this whiskey, wow, it's got lots of these tropical, it's mouth-watering almost with these tropical fruity notes. This is the first time on a whiskey I'm picking out kiwi. I'm picking out even slight sort of notes of green pears and even green grapes, combine them together. A nice floral note that's sort of wafted in between. And it's almost like when you're in a candy shop and you smell like those sweet sort of lemon sherbet sweets that have got like a sherbet inside, and you get the sort of nice sweeter outer coating. It's got really nice sort of citrus burst to it, and then right behind that it's like you're actually smelling a packet of caster sugar, as I was making an apple crumble earlier in the week, and you get that nice sort of sweetness coming from it, but you're not actually like sniffing the sugar directly. And then right behind that you're getting those tropical notes again. Oh, raw bananas, really lovely, and it's almost like you're not glazing them, but you're coating them in a layer of like caramel. And it's just, oh, it's making my mouth water. I like this one on the nose. And you're getting a slight sort of even cereal note, but not toasted cereal notes. This is like a sort of jacket of honey covering these cereals. Really complex nose on this one. Hats off to you guys on Arran. This is insane. Probably one of my favourites so far on the nose of Arran's Sauternes, well, in terms of Sauternes finishes. So let's get into the palate for this one. To start on the palate for this whiskey, lots of citrus to introduce itself. You get a little salty aspect, and the way I combine these together is like you're taking lemon juice, even a bit of the lemon pith inside, and even a bit of the lemon peel. You're taking all aspects of this lemon and you're combining them together on the flavour profile. Getting a nice sort of waxy medium texture that goes along with it. A little sort of coastal breeze, and it's nothing like an Islay whiskey. This is a very soft little saltiness, probably from the sort of the where they're located. And then you make way of a little like a dried pear slice and maybe even a combination of dried fruits. And this is dried apricots, dried peaches, dried pears, sort of all these three combining together. Really nice, and as it soaks into the palate, you're getting a nice sort of honey-coated sultana with its nice sort of sweetness, but at the same time the sweetness complementing itself from also the honey aspect. Really nice stuff on this one. So I had a second sip there just to reconfirm the spice aspect, because there was a little spice making way through. It's kind of mouth-watering at the minute. But there's a little spice aspect. There's like a sort of white peppery spice that just sort of pings into the palate, and it makes way for almost a little bit that reminds me of cardamom shells. Not the actual cardamom seeds inside, but the actual shells of it. And then a slight sort of vanilla note. It's like a vanilla cream. Really just rolling off the palate, getting that sort of traditional whiskey cask coming through. Really lovely on the palate. So next, move into the finish for this whiskey, and we'll come to our conclusion on the Arran Sauternes Cask finish. So to move in the finish for this whiskey, it does have a medium, I'd say medium long finish. It does prolong itself very nicely. Lots of sultanas coming in. It's like sultanas throughout on this whiskey, kind of. Green grapes, but with the skin, so you're getting that little bit of texture. It feels like you're chewing almost on the finish of this whiskey, as it sort of gives you that little bit extra added richness, giving that sort of tannins note, and then you're getting a little oaky character coming through, and I'm not too sure where this oaky character is coming from, but as that sort of subdued, you're getting those spices and also fading as well. And they're taking their time. You're getting a nice warmth as well, which is really unique. So overall, I'm going to give my rating for this whiskey. Actually, I'm going to finish this. So, in terms of my comments on this whiskey, I put the rating out, which is an 85 out of 100. I wanted to take some time really just to enjoy that last bit of the whiskey. But in terms of my comments on this whiskey, it's literally like the definition of saying sultanas throughout. You're getting sultana aspects on the nose, little sultanas on the palate, and quite a lot on the finish. You're getting a nice coating of them all over. So a really nice balance, and I like how the way it's balanced really well with the cask. The only thing I really couldn't pick out was that oaky character on the finish, and that's where I pulled my rating down ever so slightly, as if that was rounded out, maybe if you guys are doing a future batch at Arran, if that was rounded out, that's if anyone from Arran is watching, but if that was rounded out, I feel that would be an absolute stunner from a Sauternes cask finish. And at the price point of around about £43, can't go wrong if you're looking for that sort of little nice sweetness and that really sort of so much complexity in the tropical fruits. It's brilliant. In terms of value for money, yes, it's value for money. In terms of would I add water to this whiskey, I'd say 50-50. It's based on the drinker. If you find 50% ABV too strong, add a few drops of water, dilute it down, and find your perfect point. And if you want to add, well, if you want to have time with this whiskey, take your time with it. Or if you want to have it, as you see I've done in this review, within 10 minutes, take your time. Or even just drink it at your own rate and enjoy this whiskey, because it is something rather interesting, and the complexity and the tropical notes I just loved. And that's something I've never had is kiwi on my tasting notes. So that's the first time, guys. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap the review up here. Be sure to check out, I'm going to leave one here, and one there in the upcoming videos. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so over here. And if you have enjoyed the video, drop that thing a thumbs up, as it will help me greatly. So, and also share this with all your whiskey friends. But on that note, I'm going to wrap the video over here. If you have enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe. This has been Jason at WhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for the next video.